I had some idols when I was in my 20s, and I often think of them too. And even included some of them in my books. As a matter of fact, in the book Numinous, I included the character of Leo Buscaglia. And there are certain voices in the world that just don't speak to us. They kind of steady us. They remind us, yeah, that's the right way to go. That's the right track. They remind us who we are and that there's still hope of what we can become. And for me, Leo Buscaglia has become one of those voices over the years. I think I became familiar with him. My mother really kind of said, "Hey, you should watch this guy. It's pretty amazing. So different." He was famous for creating. He actually called the classes love classes, and he would, I believe it was Berkeley or USC or someplace out in California. Of course, it's California, right? But he was famous for just saying, all we have to do is love and it will change the world. To a certain extent, he was right. And I guess I admired, as a young man, I admired his bravery for just being himself. And I came to his writing because I was searching for a way to live with more tenderness, more courage, more presence. Somehow, every time I return to his books, I feel like I'm leaning forward and I'm agreeing with him and saying that life is a gift and don't waste it on anything. Don't waste anything. Uh, Express your love and appreciation for all that you meet and as much as you can. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, or a kind word. That's one of his quotes. And he also had a quote about one person, one friend can change your world. And I think that, to a certain extent, that's true. The that sentence really kind of changed something in me because you think of the power of a friendship, power of one relationship, much as Christians would say the power of Jesus would transform their life. That this one relationship, but also the relationships on earth are important too. Just to kind of think about that. And Leo Buscaglia taught me that love is not an emotion we feel. It's a practice that we live every day, and that practice has shaped the way I think. Buscaglia often said that love begins with attention, not the distracted kind, but the fully listening, active listening kind, saying you matter and I'm here for you. Imagine a friend, saying to you, I am here for you and I'm here through all the rough spots for you and because I care about you. That just means the world, doesn't it? So that's kind of what he was all about. Love is always bestowed as a gift, freely, willingly, and without expectation. That was one of his quotes. In my own life, this has become kind of a compass with Debbie and my son, and walking in the evening air and trying to remember that you can have a devotion to all beautiful things. It's easy to drift and let the days blur and to go into autopilot, to dull the edges of wonder. But Leo reminded me that every moment is an invitation to wake up again, a time to wake up from our monotonous life. So often we get ourselves into patterns of monotony, right? Let's just break out of those patterns, And I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and the podcast host was asking the psychologist, so how do we change our lives? And the female guest stated, well, just break out and do something different than you've done in a while. Like call a friend you haven't talked to in 11 years, or reach out to, in my case, maybe reach out to an author that I've neglected to reach out to for a long time. Reach out to someone that's not expecting you to reach out. Do something kind for somebody that they're not expecting. And, as one of my bosses says at work, we're all in this together. So we have our imperfections, we help each other along, as long as we have good intentions and we try to follow through to the greatest extent possible, then I think we're living the good life. So Leo was part of that, is to reach out and love, and don't waste any time, because when you break it all down in this small sliver of time we have, when you break it all down, love is the answer.